How serious are you actually about losing weight and about making it happen? Or do you just kind of like want to lose weight, but it's not something that you're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it? There's really no right or wrong, you know? And who am I to tell anybody that they should lose weight or need to lose weight or need to lose weight or need to want to lose weight more than they do? Uh, Even if you're obese, there's no rule that you have to get healthy and get fit and improve your body and your health. Of course, it would reduce the risk of heart disease related complications. It would add longevity and quality of life, to the back end of your life. Almost certainly, it would drastically reduce the risk of heart disease and complications along those lines. Um, the reason I'm making this video, and I really hope it can be helpful. It might sound a little bit harsh, and maybe it is, but I think I've given a similar talk and message to enough clients that have told me, man, this was so helpful. This is exactly what I needed to hear right now, that it was worth sharing it here too. Um, there's a lot of people out there who want to lose weight, right? To some degree, right? From 1 to 10, they want to lose weight. Maybe it's a 5 out of 10 that they want it that badly, or maybe it's a 6 or a 7 or an 8 out of 10, but they're not actually serious enough about it to make it happen or to make the sacrifices required or the compromises required to actually lose the weight. They're trying to not change anything about their habits or their life and still expect that they're going to lose weight. And the interesting thing is, like, the vast majority of clients that I've worked with over the last decade, right? This is a sample size of hundreds and hundreds of people. The vast majority of them are pleasantly surprised that when it comes to losing the weight they want to lose, we're talking like between 20 and 50 pounds is what probably most people want to lose, right? They're pleasantly surprised that they don't have to make as drastic sacrifices to their lifestyle as they thought that they would. They don't have to eliminate carbs completely from their life. They don't have to eliminate desserts completely from their life. They don't have to completely stop drinking entirely. They don't have to do an hour of cardio 5 or 6 days a week. They don't have to do that, and they can still lose all the weight they want to lose. So, more people, I would say 80 or 90% of people that I've worked with, fall into the camp and the group of people who are surprised and happy that, man, I can lose the weight I want to lose and still have a good lifestyle and still not have to make any extreme sacrifices to my life. That being said, there's another group of people, and these are the people who obviously are struggling, right? The people I'm speaking to right now are the people who say they want to lose weight, but they're struggling to do so. And you are trying some things. Maybe you're working out, maybe you're doing cardio, maybe you're trying to eat clean or eat healthy. Maybe you're successfully doing that during the week, maybe not on the weekend. Either way, you're actively trying and you're saying that you want to lose weight, but it's not working. You're not losing weight. Sometimes these people are on a sliding scale of like being very flexible with your lifestyle, right? You're eating junk food all the time, going out to eat all the time, allowing for maximum flexibility. And then there's the complete opposite side of that, which is extreme restriction, being super strict, pretty much being obsessive with only eating healthy things, only doing what's best for your fitness, like the two extremes, right? These people who are struggling and who are saying they want to lose weight but aren't gaining any traction, not losing even 1 pound, and they're hovering around the same weight for 6 months, a year, multiple years. They're too much on the flexible side, whether they realize it or not. Usually you don't realize it, okay? Because if you think you're doing good, you think you're trying hard, you don't realize you're being too flexible with some area, okay? This is often with drinking, whether it's alcohol or whether it's other drinks that have calories. If you're having one drink a night, every night for a week, and you do this every week, you're drinking like 800 or 900 calories a week. That's a lot, right? That's a lot of liquid calories to overcome or to try to make room for. It does add up. Maybe you're having more than that. Maybe you're having between 5 and 10 drinks every weekend or something like that. That's going to be hard to overcome. That's liquid calories that don't keep you full. And yet you're trying to be in a calorie deficit. Like, you're doing the opposite thing that people in a calorie deficit should do. Like, the number one rule of being in a calorie deficit and losing weight predictably is don't drink your fucking calories. Okay? And you're drinking tons of calories. So you're breaking the number one rule when it comes to how to lose weight easily. Okay? So like, that's one thing that you're probably being too flexible on, or it's a common, I'm not saying you exactly, but it's a common reason that you might be being way too flexible with that. And you may have to consider like not drinking for a month, or making a hard rule or a hard cap of how many drinks you're going to have in the week. And if you're someone who drinks frequently, you might have to make it 1 drink a week or 2 drinks a week. This isn't a permanent thing, but if, like, back to the question that I asked initially, how serious are you actually about losing weight? What do you care more about? Do you want to get to a healthy weight range and stop hating what you look like in the mirror and actually love how you look and feel better and be fit and more confident and see your health markers improve? Like, do you want that? Or would you rather have a couple drinks every night? Like, you might have to choose. You might have to choose one of those. And again, if you choose the drinks, if you're not willing to give that up, that's not right or wrong, right? Like I said, who am I to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do? But you might have to accept, like, hey, I really don't want to lose weight bad enough. Like, I either have to stop expecting that I'm going to lose weight, or I have to make some sort of a compromise here, right? And again, the drinking is just one example. Another example of being too flexible, you might be being too flexible with going out to eat. Going out to eat is another major factor that makes it harder to lose weight. Like, if you're going out to eat 3 times a week or 4 times a week or 5 times a week, that's being pretty flexible with your eating. That's having a lot of balance. Like, it's one thing to have balance in life with social life, with family, with fitness. But if you hate how you look and you are sick and tired of how you look and feel, that's not balance as well. That's not having balance. That's all the way to the side of unhealthy habits. To have balance in life, you probably need to some degree, enjoy how you look and like where you're at physically, like how you perform, like, you haven't found balance yet. You're still too much to the flexible side in that case. So my point here is, if you're going out to eat many times a week, you may be being too flexible and too lenient in that area of your nutrition. And if you were to make a compromise or a minor sacrifice of tightening that up a little bit, maybe you make a rule that you're going to go out to eat once or twice a week, and that's it. The rest of the food you eat, the rest of the meals, is going to be at home. You're going to be in more control of your eating. That's just a compromise or a sacrifice or a little bit of a tightening up of your program, a tightening up of your approach that was, may be required if you're really serious about losing this weight. And again, notice how I didn't say you can never go out to eat again. I said you have to make some level of a compromise. You have to improve to some degree from what you're currently doing now. If you're going out to eat every day right now, 7 days a week, you're literally going out every single day to eat, a valid compromise might be legitimately every other day I'll go out to eat. That's still having plenty of balance, still having plenty of flexibility in your life. It's some level of improvement. It's some level of tightening up to make that compromise in favor of losing the weight, in favor of getting healthier, getting to a healthy weight range. Again, these are just 2 examples: the alcohol, the going out to eat. Desserts is a third one. Desserts is one that I've struggled with my whole life, the sweet tooth. So if you're currently eating desserts every single night, that's too much flexibility. Clearly, you're not losing weight for a reason. There's something about what you're doing. Maybe it's one of the things I mentioned. Maybe it's something else. There's something that you're doing, which is the reason you're not losing weight. If you're eating desserts every night, that's just another common one that I'm mentioning. So what's a compromise you're willing to make? How serious are you actually about losing the weight? Are you willing to have a dessert every other day instead of every day? Or do you want to go even more strict than that? Are you more serious than that? Is it more urgent to you to lose weight? So maybe you say, this is what I did. I said, I need to see results more. I care about seeing results right now more than anything else. This was in the past. I'm going to have dessert once a week. So I'm still going to allow myself to have dessert. I'm not saying you can never have dessert again. I'm going to have my ice cream, but I'm going to have it every Friday night. So I'm going to have to earn the reward or the ice cream. So instead of having dessert every single day, I picked one day in the week and I said, I'm going to eat well the whole week. And then on Friday, and Friday only, I'm not going to do it again on Saturday or again on Sunday. On Friday, I'm going to have my dessert. And it was like a little mini challenge to myself that really helped. And again, it goes back to the question of like, if you want to lose weight, how serious are you about making that happen? What can you get stricter on? What are you willing to compromise on? Not forever, but for right now. As far as your food goes, as far as your drinking goes, as far as your exercise goes. Because I'll tell you this, I've had clients lose over 20 pounds, not even working out at all, doing zero exercise because they were injured or because of various reasons. You can lose weight just by eating reasonably well. You create a calorie deficit through nutrition. So if you're not losing weight, if you're trying to lose weight, but you're not doing it, there's something wrong with your nutrition. That's a fact of what I'm telling you as a 13-year trainer who's seen everything. There's something with your nutrition that isn't exactly right or isn't exactly consistent enough. Maybe you're being really consistent Monday through Thursday, but the weekend is so bad and so inconsistent that it's outweighing the good work you're doing during the week. That's a valid thing. That's a very common thing. So what are you willing to compromise on there? What are you willing to sacrifice? I'm not saying you have to go from being absolute shit on the weekends to being perfect. That's unrealistic. But are you willing to be 15% better on the weekend? Maybe that means, again, like, maybe that means having a protein shake and some fruit as your breakfast instead of going out to the diner and getting pancakes. Maybe that means getting up and going to do a workout when usually you take the weekends off. I find putting a workout on the weekends, on Saturday or Sunday, it's not about getting in another workout session. Many of you don't need to do more exercise. Many of you are already working out plenty. But having it adds structure to your weekend. Because what happens when we go to work out? We typically drink more water because we're drinking water before the workout, and during the workout, we're typically sipping on some water from our water bottle. We typically have more protein as well because oftentimes you'll have a protein shake after your workout. If you don't work out, you're not going to have that protein shake. I know that, right? You don't have your protein shake on rest days most of the time. So all of a sudden, you're drinking more water, you're having more protein, you're also getting in more steps because you're walking around the gym in between sets. You're probably getting in 4,000 or 5,000 steps just at the gym. So now you're being more active. And because you are going to the gym, you're probably having a proper pre-workout snack as well. So like all these things are better. Your activity, your hydration, your nutrition, all of these things are better just because you decided to put a workout on a Saturday. So again, I hope this helps. I hope this maybe was a wake-up call. Like, if you're saying you want to lose weight and you've been spinning your wheels for months or more, you've got to get more serious about it. There's something about your nutrition that you're being too flexible with, and you've got to be more serious about it. You've got to tighten something up. You've got to be willing to go harder at something. Like, can you lose weight while still drinking alcohol? Of course you can. But if you're not successfully doing it, just get rid of the alcohol for now. Like, alcohol is of zero benefit to your health and of zero benefit to your goals. Like, it's only a negative. It's only a negative. So you're trying to lose weight while doing something that is only provides negative things. You could get rid of that. You could. So again, there's multiple other examples of this. So I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment down below. If it was, subscribe, because I make videos just like this every single week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.